I have cleaned out my pantry, and I am determined that it is going to stay clean, and I'm going to use up all of the things before I go and buy anything else. So, welcome to a new series here on Homemade Simple. It's called Cleaning Out the Pantry. I am so tired of having junk all in my pantry. My pantry usually is this jumbled up mess where if I open the door, things start falling on me. I have cleaned it up. Here is a before and after of my pantry, and now we're going to start using the things that we have left in there so that they don't become a jumbled up mess. Again, I have determined that I'm not going to buy any more stuff until I clean all of this stuff out and use it before I go back to the store and replace any of those pantry items. I know that you're not going to have all of the same things in your pantry that I have in mine. Please do not go and buy all of the things that I use in this video. I just want these recipes to be sort of a jumping off point so that you're able to create good food for your family without even having to go to the store. So my goal in March is to clean out my pantry, try to spend as little money on groceries as possible, and get good use out of the food that I have already bought so that I can save my family some money and keep a good level of control on that pantry. So here's to using up all of the forgotten, unused, and pushed back groceries. Let's bring them out and let's put them to some good use. Okay, let's start off by making a crock pot meal. I have thawed out my chicken. Notice my happy little red sticker. This is the theme for this year, so was able to save some on that. I've got some brown rice. I've got a couple of things of tomatoes. Never buy rotel. I have no idea why I even have that. And we are going to create us a little basil chicken and rice casserole. Okay, let's tell a story while we're putting together our supper. So I've told you about my new slow cooker. I love it so much. I'm so excited to have it. I got it as my New Year's gift from my mom. It is like a non-toxic slow cooker. You can sear in it. You can cook. It makes the perfect rice. You can braise, which I don't even know what that means. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe y'all can tell me. And it also is a slow cooker. So you can take this part out and put it in the oven. You can bake bread in it. You can do all the things with it. So I was really excited about it, and I'd had it for about a month. I put some supper on the slow cooker setting, and I had something that I had to do. So I left the supper for Chris to finish up, and I get a call from him saying the lid had broken. He was so sorry. He was so upset. It wasn't that big of a deal. Fortunately, it had a warranty. So now I have a brand new lid. Everything is nice and back to where it needs to be. Thankful for Amazon customer service. But if you are looking for a slow cooker, this is a really good option. I just feel like it does a really good job. Just be careful. It is clay, so it is breakable, a little less durable than maybe some of the other slow cookers on the market, but I think very well worth the investment. I always do this. The little thing is stuck on the bottom, but I'm just going to take these chicken tenders and press them into the mixture. I have added 1 can of rotel, 1 small can of tomato sauce, 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. Okay, now let's season it up a little. I'm going to put some salt. I'm going to sprinkle some basil. I'm going to put quite a bit of basil. I have a little bit of oregano. Put some of that in, maybe a teaspoon. Sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder, and I'm just going to put the lid on. Set this to low, slow cook, and it will count down. Okay, now that we've got supper in the slow cooker, I'm going to use these peaches and some sweetened condensed milk that I have had in their pantry for a while to make us a dessert. So I'm going to drain these. I'm going to pour 1 can of drained peaches into this baking dish. You don't have to do this, but I feel like we will do better if we sort of chop them up a little. Another really nice way to use canned peaches is on cottage cheese. I don't know if y'all have ever eaten cottage cheese and peaches. Game changer, really yummy. Okay, I'm gonna set this to the side and we're gonna mix up our batter. I have my sourdough starter that I finally got going. She's doing really good. She's got a little bit too much water in her right now, but I'm waiting on some more organic flour. I am proofing some sourdough bread that I'm really excited about. Look at those nice bubbles. This sourdough is really turning out to be nice and sour. Tastes really good with honey and butter. So I'm excited about making some sandwich bread with it. But I'm also needing to use up this discard. I'm going to pour 1 cup of my sourdough starter into this bowl. Okay, I sort of lost you there for a minute. I forgot to push record. So I have added 1 can of my sweetened condensed milk, 1 cup of my sourdough starter. Look how bubbly and pretty she is. I was talking away, telling you all about my sourdough starter, and it wasn't even recording. 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, and 1 1/4 cup of flour. Okay, let's see how this mixes up. I can't do anything without making a mess. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt, mix everything together really nicely. If you need a little bit more liquid, you can use some of the drained off peach juice. That would be really good. I've got my oven turned to 350 degrees. I'm just going to pour everything on top of the peaches. And this is ready to go into a 350 degree oven. It'll probably take about 45 minutes or so to bake. Let's see how it turns out. Well, it isn't as beautiful as I was hoping that it would be, but I guess the proof is in the tasting, so maybe it will taste a little bit better than it looks. Super easy recipe though. Either way, we'll hope for the best. Also, you're not really supposed to do this, but let's give our dinner a look-see. Looks like it's doing good. It smells real good. It's cooking slow and low. We're about to have macaroni and cheese from the pantry for our lunch, and I am ready to put these beautiful loaves of sourdough in the oven. I haven't had great success with my sourdough so far, but hopefully these will be the start of a new sourdough era. We were gifted some organic mac and cheese. I literally cannot have enough mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese. I don't get it very often because I don't like all of the ingredients. But when it's organic, I'm happy to have a simple and easy lunch from the pantry, 0 cost from our budget. Do y'all measure when you're making boxed macaroni and cheese? I literally do not have time for that. So we just guess and go, and it always works out just fine. I hope you'll follow along for this pantry clean out. Also, I have some exciting news next week to share with you, some new stuff that I'm planning for the channel. So if you want to make sure and get the scoop as soon as possible, make sure you're subscribed. All of those new details will be in a video early next week. While I'm eating lunch, I'm going to go ahead and bake these sourdough loaves. They've risen really well. Hopefully they will turn out good.